One of the things I really love about the concertmaster job here is that it sort of supports and allows for many different roles in my musical life. I'm very much a leader among equals, a sort of a middleman between the orchestra and the conductor. I have this mental image of having, 110 antennas on my head, and getting all this information from all around the orchestra, and then needing to make a split-second decision about how to react. And it's a very different role than playing as a soloist, where I've developed my interpretation, really refined it. I'm very sure of exactly the direction I want to go in with my playing, and need to kind of set that up in a way that everybody around me, the conductor, the orchestra, the audience, understands it. There's an advantage and a disadvantage of playing as a soloist with my own orchestra. The support of colleagues who really, they really do give their best in those situations. Everybody tries extra hard to be there and support both personally but also musically. But there's also an extra pressure to show my best in front of the people that I really, I'm working with every day and I really respect. This orchestra is made up of so many nationalities, and every time we go on tour to a country where a colleague is from, that of course these concerts mean a lot. And for me, that's always exciting to come with the Berlin Philharmonic to the US. Playing Mozart is always a joy for me. It was actually Maestro Petrenko's suggestion to do the first concerto. It's a really joyful, fresh, charming piece. It's so specific, every single note has to be just right. And that's really, really hard to achieve on the instrument, and that's what we really work for, is that every note sparkles, every phrase is perfectly formed. So every little aspect of it sort of has to be looked under the microscope. What kind of sound, there's the right, clear, beautiful sound that doesn't fall in any way into any kind of forcing, any kind of noise, any kind of mushiness. That's essential for Mozart, but that it still has all of the colors and the character that's needed to tell this story. Nowadays, more and more violinists choose to write their own cadenzas, and I think that's a really nice thing. I mean, for me, it's a way of coming face to face to your music, really, needing to work with it. And then everybody stops. I always find it's a good way to start the cadenza is with the main theme of the movement. Add some double stops and sort of a second voice as well, and see what happens. So we have the, and now, another thing that I try to do sometimes is take a theme that I don't get to play as the soloist and put it in the cadenza. So this one is played by the violins in the orchestra. So now in the cadenza, I thought, let me play that and then do my own response and see what happens. So. Carnegie Hall is Carnegie Hall. It has such a history and legacy and reputation, and it is, just in popular culture too. It's, you talk about the big stage of the world, the big stage of America is Carnegie Hall.